This question: an underground cable of 10-kilometer long extends east to west and consists of two parallel wires, each of which has a resistance of 15 ohms per kilometer. Electrical short develops at the distance of x from the west, and when a conducting path with resistance R connects the wires, the resistance of the wires in the short is 140 ohm when measured from the east end, and is from here, and is 190 when measured from the west end. So what is the value of x and R? Uh, let's talk about east side first. If we measure the resistance from the east side, which is from here, the circuit is gonna look something like this, because there will be some resistance of the upper wire, some resistance of the short, which is R, and some resistance of the return wire. So if this is x, we know that the total is 10, so that's going to be 10 minus x kilometer. And the resistance is given by 15 ohm for 1 kilometer. So definitely that's going to be 15 times 10 minus x for the total length of 10 minus x, and likewise 15 times 10 minus x for the return length as well. So what is the total resistance? The total resistance is going to be 15 times 10 minus x plus r plus 15 times 10 minus x. So if you open up the parentheses, and in fact, these are two identical terms, so that's twice of the, so basically I can write 30 times 10 minus x, because I hope it makes sense, because basically this is twice of this. So twice of 15 times 10 minus x plus r, twice of 15 is 30, so we have 30 times 10 minus 10 minus, sorry, twice of 15 times 10 minus x plus r, so that's 30 times 10 minus x plus r, which is nothing but 300 minus 30x plus r, and this is nothing but 140 as given in the question. So um, if you rearrange, then I think subtracting 140 both the sides, then we'll get 160, because 300 minus 140 is 160. This is minus 30x, and this is plus r. And if you flip the equation, that's going to look like negative 30x plus r plus 160, that is equal to 0. Let's call it equation 1. And likewise, the same situation happens over on the west as well. The only change is the length. The length is now x. So the resistance is going to be 15x, 15x, and r. And the equivalent resistance is given as, from the west, that is 190, which means that 15x plus r plus 15x is going to be 190, which means that 30x plus r is equal to 190. Let's call it equation 2. So if we will add equation 1 and equation 2, definitely we'll get rid of this x, right? Because negative 30x plus 30x will become 0. So that will become r plus 160 plus r is equal to 190, which means that, r plus r is 2r, and subtracting 160 both the sides, we have 30. So the value of R by dividing both sides by 2 becomes 15 ohms. There's the value of R. And let's just use any of the equation and get the value of X. So perhaps let's use equation number 2. So we'll just substitute the value of R from here as 15. So 30x plus 15 is equal to 190, which means that 30x is equal to 190 minus 15 is going to be 175, 175 ohms. So dividing both sides by 30, we'll get the value of x as 175 over 30, which is coming as 5.83, 5.83 ohms. And that's what is needed. They needed the value of x and r, yes. So this is the value of x, and this is the value of r. Thank you.